All right, man. Let's talk about it. The Pistons get better at Duncan Robinson and Karis LeVert. I won't say they got better. They lost Schröder. They lost Tim Hardaway. Schröder to Sacramento, so he's gonna be the starting guard over there. They lost Tim Hardaway Jr. to Denver, and they lost Malik Beasley to the situation. My thing is this: if they able to, I don't know if they still will, because they end up trading Simone Finicini for in a signing trade with Duncan Robinson. So I don't know if they still want to go for Malik Monk, but I think that would be the cherry on top, Malik Monk. And I tell you, at that point, they very much improved, and I'm gonna explain why. So if they ask somebody like Malik Monk that can score the basketball, I say they improved because they got scores now. Tim, Schröder, and Beasley, they wasn't really scorers. Tim and Beasley was known for D and 3, and Schröder was just a really good ball handler and a solid point guard that understood how to take care of the ball and distribute, and he can make some shots here and there. But now with Levert, you get a real scorer, a guy that really can go out there and get his own bucket. With Duncan Robinson, you don't get the defensive prowess of Tim Hardaway Jr., but you get a knockdown shooter. So he's going to knock down a shot at a high clip if he open. The only thing they missing is another ball handler like Schröder, some veteran like Schröder, maybe Brogdon. And then they probably missing another guy that can get his own shot like Malik Monk. So right now, they're not done yet, so I don't think they got better. But I think really what needs to be done, if you can get a guy like, which I don't think they're going to get Monk anymore because of the Robinson situation, but if you can get a guy like Monk there, or somebody that can score the ball, that's what they need. So a team that only had one guy that can score the ball last year after Ivy got injured, now you would add Ivy back, one, so it's two. You got Karis LeVert, that's three guys that can score. If you able to add Malik Monk, four guys that can score the ball and get their own shot, then I think you a different ball club. And as long as those guys come in there and they play defense, which Duncan Robinson is the only one I think that, may be a little bit of hindrance on defense, and that's okay. You'll live with that. As long as those other guys are able to come in and play defense, I think as long as it's a chemistry fit, I think they got better. Because now, instead of, me counting on Cade to score the basketball, now I got Karis LeVert, who a professional scorer. Now I got Ivy back who can score the ball. And if I get Malik Monk in there, he can score the ball too. So, yeah, so they went from having one scorer to having, at least right now, they got three. They got three scoring options on the perimeter. So you hope that Ryan or Sar Thompson or Marcus Sasser and those guys continue to develop, but that's what they're really banking on to get better, is the development of young players. That's what they counting on, the development of the young guys. So as of right now, Karis LeVert, I think, is an upgrade over Beasley. Downgrade as far as durability, but upgrade Beasley. Robinson and Tim Hardaway, the only drop-off is, Hardaway defense. But I think, Robinson is a big upgrade shooting the ball. So right now, either you're going to find a Malik Monk or you're going to find another ball handler like a Brogdon to take care of the ball, or even both. So yeah, I would pretty much say it's yet to be seen. But I think if they had a couple more guys, I think they're better. Like they had a Monk and a Brogdon, I think they're a better team, but it's yet to be seen. We got to see if the chemistry fit. But, I don't really see why Levert wouldn't fit and Robinson wouldn't fit. Levert played with J.B. Bickerstaff in Cleveland. Monk will be the one guy that I'm like, there's a little battles with Mike Brown and stuff, but I don't really think he'd be the problem here. Think he knows roll off the bench, and that's to get a bucket. If you need him or Levert to start, they're more than capable of starting the basketball game and playing well. So that's what I like, their versatility from that standpoint. So, but yeah, right now, I don't think they're worse, like far off worse, but it's still a development. You still got trades. You still got veteran guys out there. You know, so yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna say, oh, they just terribly worse. What they really banking on is their young guys. And really, the key to unlock those young guys is, Sasser is learn to protect the basketball and run the offense. And for Ron Hollins, is just to hit the 3-pointer. Once he hit that 3-point shot, I think, Ron Hollins is going to be a stud. Same thing for Sar Thompson. If he get that 3-point shot, he can already get in and get a bucket. So slashing, and he can defend it. I think he could be a stud. So they got some potential studs. It's just, working. K going to the next level physically. Ivy coming back. So it's going to be a different team. But Levert, I got somebody I can get a ball to that can get a bucket. Robinson, I got a guy that can spot up and shoot, and he ain't going to be as streaky as Tim Hardaway Jr., so, but he won't be the defender that he was neither, but it is what it is. When your whole team is defensive dogs, Levert can get out there and defend, Sasser can defend, Hollis can defend, Stark can defend, K can defend, Harris can defend, Duran can defend, Stu can defend. When 90% of the roster can defend, of course you're going to have a guy like Robinson out there. As long as he's showing effort, and I think he will, and he has, they'll be straight. So I like the moves that they actually made. They struggle with somebody outside of K that can get them a bucket down the stretch. They go get Karis LeVert. They bring back Ivy. So if they go out there and they can get Monk, so who can go get a bucket. Now, get you a bucket and get high. It's a different game. Now K becomes that much dangerous. Now you can start seeing, how much more dangerous he can be as a true point guard, as a distributor. And he's know how to pick his points when he needs to score. So he's going to have a lot of space out there, for real. But, now he got some guys that can knock it down a little, now he got a guy on Levert that down the stretch. Hey, I ain't got to carry the load. I can give it to him, and he going to get a bucket. Everybody talking about Bubble TJ Warren, but Bubble Karis LeVert, he showed when you put the game in my hands, I can go get it now. I can go get it. So, yeah. To me, it make a lot of sense. It make a tremendous amount of sense. So, I like what they're doing. But if they can add a guy like Monk, honestly, if they can add a guy like Monk who can get them a bucket, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So, and also find a ball handler, that could just handle the rock. So, but yeah, that's all I have to say, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, everything I'm saying. Appreciate y'all, peace.